Okie dokie. 2025, day 10. It's 2026. And that does mean I can take more time. I'm not under a day time pressure. Um, I have read through this already, and I've done a little bit of setup, but no actual work. So we have examples in lines. That looks like I would be very tempted to use regexes, but I'm going to try and not. We have a target state, a series of buttons which change that number in the target state, and then joltage, which is presumably going to come in part 2. Joltage requirements are irrelevant and can be safely ignored. That sounds scary. We're looking for the fewest total presses to get to a certain state. Now, I think their example is a bit stupid because you could press the first. This one, you could press 1 and 3 once, 2 and 3 once, and 0 and 1 twice. Now, pressing any button twice, in fact, pressing any button more than once, will not change the outcome. If you press any button twice in whatever order, it will always flip itself. It will always undo itself. There's no way of changing that. So no button should be pressed more than once. That's a good start. All right. So it's very tempting to just say this is a brute force via permutations, right? So I've done a little bit of helper functions. We're going to have a line as a struct which has a target, an actual state, buttons, and joltages, and button is just a type alias for vacuum size. So did I already import read to string? Read to string on path. Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. Lines, map, fine. Okie dokie. I think I might spin out a parseLine function, which is going to take in a line, which I think is going to be a rest. And it's going to return a line. And it's going to be line dot split white space. Is that always true? Yes, that's always true. So now I have an iterator of each of those things. An iterator of refster. Let me just check that I can do this. Can I take just the first character? Starts with. Yep, okay. And I can presumably. Can I strip entire characters? The remove on any character. Replace? I can replace a pattern with nothing, I assume. Oh, the sun's coming around, my ear's getting hot. And I would only want to replace it once, that's fine. It will give me an owned string. So we're going to do a bit of copying. Maybe I don't want to do that. Strip prefix will return an option string. Okay, fine, that's what I want to do. So, I've got an iterator over, right. Let mute items be that. While let sum item is equal to items next. So I mean, I probably should be doing this in an iterator method, but just for my own sake of mind, Is there a first? No. Okay. So we'll start with if item starts with a square bracket. Oh, don't care. Don't know why anyone would ever want to use insert. Great. Then do this. Else, if item starts with what's the next one? A normal bracket. Else, if item starts with do that. Else, panic. Invalid item. Cool. What don't you like about my while? Okay, fine. So, let's mute line be equal to line default. No. Can I impl def? Right, yeah, okay. Drive. Cool. Happier now? Great. And so default is going to give us empty things of all of these. It'll give me an empty vec of bool. If the default value for a bool would be false, but obviously it doesn't know how long it needs to be, so it can't do that. Great. We only expect one of these. So I want to do this needs to be mutable. Item, what was it? Split, remove, strip prefix. And item strip suffix. Item dot chars dot map C, and we will match C. If it is a dot, it is false. If it is a hash, it is true. And if it is anything else, panic. Bad target symbol. So we've mapped that, and then I want to collect it into a vec of bool. And I want line dot target to be equal to that. Why are you unhappy? Yeah, okay. While loop evaluates to a thing, let's return. What do I call it? Line. Cool. Surrounds. Oh, right. Yeah. Cool. You are a method. What don't you like about that? Oh, you return a string slice. So item is equal to that. That could have done funky things, and now you are unhappy here where I've not done anything. Perfect. And then it's gonna before we return line now, I want line dot state. Why did I use capitals? Fine. I want the Vec macro, I think. This is going to... I don't want you, but okay, fine. But I think I can... Let B is Vec of... that. I really need to deal with my keyboard switching languages. Are they the other way around? Ah, semicolon. Thank you, compiler. Perfect, that's what I want. So line.state is equal to vec, square brackets, false, and line target then. Great. If it starts with a bracket, I need to create a new button. So I'm going to do all of the same stuff, apart from the match. So yoink these. Oh, sugar. Ah, I had an extra line, that's why. Yoink those and switch it to a normal parenthesis. And then it's going to be item dot split on comma map some number. Oh, stupid keyboard. Thank you. Some number n parse usize unwrap. Yes, dot collect. What don't you like about my collect? Yeah, okay, fine. And so you are going to be line dot. Oh, right. Right, yeah. Line dot. What did I call it? Buttons. Push that. And because that starts as an empty vec, that's fine. Can I? Well, I'm just gonna do unwrap. There we go. Great. So that's those, and then finally for the joltages, which I mean the joltages. There's only going to be one, so it's basically this, but instead of pushing onto the end of a vec, we are just going to line dot joltages is equal to item split on comma map parse usize collect vec usize. Perfect. So now what I want to do is I want to map each line to a parse line. We're going to return that, and then we're going to collect that as a vec of line. Cool. So very, very quickly then, let's just double check this works. Print line. Again, really? Data, data, and we'll run cargo test data. Yeah, you do in fact need to derive debug. And was that the only? It said there were 2 warnings. 2 warnings. Okay, so you know what? Let's actually say for line in data, print line. Line. Should hopefully be a bit prettier. So false, true, true, false. On the first line, let's just expand our test data out. False, true, true, false is true. We have a button of 3, button of 1, 3, button of 2, button of 2, 3, button of 0, 2. This is how we do testing effectively. Could have written a test. I've got a test for part 1, but fuck that. 357. And the others look good. Cool. So now I just need to actually do the puzzle. How far in are we? 16 minutes. It's all just getting the data out. Okay, so no button should be pressed more than once. So we know the maximum value is going to be the number of buttons there are. I think this might be time to bring in itertools. And we're going to use itertools to generate every possible combination of buttons. Press them once, see if it matches the target. If it does, count the number of buttons. If it's lower than what we currently have, then push it. I'm convinced itertools has... God, I can't even think what it is. It's so hot. I can't even think what it is that I want to do now. I want... What's the word? Maybe it's not itertools. Create mix. What's the word I'm looking for? Maybe AI actually is going to help me here. Don't want zip. Combinations. There we go. Was there a function called combinations? No. Combinations. There is a crate which... thank you, Stack Overflow. Oh, there is one in itertools. Okay. So we might need to do double loops unless there's a version of combinations that permutations possibly, but all K permutations. Okay, still. What's the difference between permutations and combinations? 5775 would just be doing, I mean, it doesn't really matter. Combinations. Iterator produces a new vec per iteration and does clone. Does not take into account equality. Fine. But I think permutations is what I want. I'm not quite sure what combination's done. I might need to play around with that. Doesn't take into account equality, that's fine. There shouldn't. Oh, maybe there will be, I don't know actually. Another vec and clones the iterator element. Oh. That's annoying. I mean, I guess they're all use signs, it's not a big deal. So, cargo. In fact, do I already have iter_tools in here? I feel like I might have used it. Oh, no, apparently not. And now we wait for the incredibly slow internet. Oh. Okay. I'm pretty sure I just spilled tea. Yeah, I did. I don't know whether or not the camera would have shown that. That's awkward. Okay, let's spin this out to function fun. Permute line is going to take a line, which is a reference to a line, and it's going to return. I don't want the back of line. It's going to return the answer. Let min be equal to use size max. Thank you very much, AI. So, and I can do equality of the vectors. So, line dot buttons dot permute for k in 1 up to the number of buttons, not inclusive. Do k permutations map the combo. For button in combo for value in, oh, this is going to be really, really horrible. For pos in button, let's create, I didn't actually need state in here. State is entirely unnecessary. And instead, I'm just going to steal that line from read, from parseLine. Do that. But state equal let's make it mutable. We're going to return min just to get rid of all of this red. You found, oh, I've got a bracket problem. And you go there. Okay. State dot state on pos is equal to not state on pos. This is disgusting. Then, where do we get the button in the for loop? We get it there. So we've iterated over each button in the combination. If state is exactly equal to line.target and combo.len is less than min, update. Then that state declaration needs to be inside the iterator. Oh, this is going to be lazy. I need to force it to run. For combo in line button iter, get rid of the map. Min is not mutable. that is really the end bracket of nothing anymore. Oh, because my map function disappeared. And you need to be tabbed in. What are you the end of? All of my... I mean, combo then be equal to combo dot length, and then num pushes. Happy with that? Yeah. Num pushes, great. Okay, we're unhappy higher up, that's fine. I really want to sort out where all these... you're in the right place. You're in the right place, which means you should be there. Which I feel means... yeah, you should be there. Okay, cool. That's better. Right. So, data iter map line permute line of line, yes please, we'll return that from the map. Why don't you like that? Let's use size. And sum. That line no longer needs to exist. Did we pass the test? We do. And it wants me to convert all my identifiers into lowercase, which is what they should be, and I'm not sure why I did not. Don't you like about data? Oh, right, because we're not actually running this, that's fine. Now I just need to go and update all of these. Again, I think I probably could have done this with, what is it, Alt F2. My VS Code foo is poor since I've stopped working. Yeah. Targets. Target. Better. And what don't you like about data? Not used, that's fine. Right, test passes. Let's run this and see what happens. What could possibly go wrong? That's what could possibly go wrong. That's why not brute force. Probably could have cut down the permutations somewhat by checking if they already happened. Yes, okay. Right. Actually, I don't need to wait for this at all because I'm being stupid. I'm creating my permutations from one button push permutations up to all of them. So the instant I find a number, I just return num pushes. Don't need to go through all of them. The first time I get to the line target, that must by definition be the minimum number of pushes. Don't need any of this. Otherwise let's return 0. Does that still pass tests? Yes. So that's going to be slightly faster, but I'm still duplicating loads of... oh, there we go. Finished. It's quite a lot faster. Nice. And for the sake of video length, it's a nice half hour. Let's end it there.